One cold October night, a man named Daniel was driving down a lonely country road. His GPS had lost signal and the fog grew so thick he could barely see a few meters ahead. Desperate to find a place to rest, he spotted a dimly lit Sign Hollow Creek motel. With no other options, he decided to stay the night. The motel was old, with faded wallpaper and flickering lights.
The elderly woman at the front desk handed him a brass key, her gaze cold and distant. "Room 7, she whispered. "Don't go near room 8.
Confused but too tired to ask questions, Daniel made his way to room 7. As he settled in, the eerie silence of the place unnerved him. The walls were thin, and occasionally he thought he heard faint whispers coming from the adjacent room, room 8. He tried to sleep, but was restless, his curiosity growing. Why had the woman warned him about room 8? Around midnight, he heard it again, muffled voices like someone was pleading. Unable to resist any longer, Daniel crept out of bed and tiptoed to room 8. The door was slightly ajar. With his heart pounding, he pushed it open. Inside, the room was in ruins. The bed was overturned and the wallpaper had been torn off, revealing deep scratches underneath. But what truly froze his blood was the figure standing in the corner.
A pale woman with dark hair, her eyes hollow, stared at him. "You shouldn't have come here," she said, her voice a rasp.
Daniel bolted out of the room and ran back to the front desk, but the motel was empty. The old woman was gone, the lights were out, and the place seemed abandoned. He raced to his car and sped off, never looking back. Years later, Daniel discovered the truth. The Hollow Creek Motel had burned down decades ago after a tragic fire took the lives of several guests. Room 8, they said, was where the fire started, where a woman had been trapped and left to die. Her spirit still lingered, waiting for the next curious soul to wander too close.